Shell Point. I'm Beth Crenshaw, volunteer manager here, and today I am out at Shell Point's Rose Garden. Maybe some of you didn't even know that the Rose Garden was here, but it is right along the rest of the gardens along the canal by King's Crown. And today I am joined with some of the volunteers that helped to make the Rose Garden possible. Over here I've got Caroline Legette. Good morning, Caroline.
Good morning. Good morning to you.
And now, how long have you been working at the Rose Garden?
Oh, 10, 12 years. 12?
I'm
I'm looking at my neighbor because we help each other out.
and your partner, and this is Brad Patten.
We worked together since 2004. So we've been here 13 years together. And the Rose Garden was already in existence when we started. It actually used to be north of the Orchid House, but there wasn't enough sunshine. It was too much shade, so it was moved here. And there's a Robin Eastman who was really our leader when Carolyn and I came together.
Robin belonged to the Rose Society and had grown roses and was, you know, really very big into roses and used them a long time. And we just kind of fell along with it. I had not grown roses. My mother, I grew up in Sanford, Florida, so my mother had one or two little roses, but they never were spectacular, you know.
Like the ones that you have. And now, Caroline, you have told me that it's a little different growing roses here in Florida. It's a little more difficult,
I think
possibly?
so.
Yes, it is.
Of course. Maybe
The reason being that up north, your roses, you'll heal them in for the winter time. And you really only have a short growing season. But here, because we're in Florida, you have to have a special stock, which is called Fortune, Indiana. And it's a particular root stock to have roses grow. If you don't have that, your roses will not survive in the heat. But what we have is the Fortune Indiana rose root stock, and it's great.
Yes.
But because we are with the pavilion for the birthdays, we have to keep roses going every month.
That's right. So that's another part of what you do. Not only do you grow these beautiful roses for people to come and look at, they actually are then what happens, and we'll pass it on to our other guests.
That's secondary. They're grown to take to the pavilion for people's birthdays. That's the whole point on the, first, third, fourth floor.
Now these roses come to the pavilion, and then what do you and your volunteer group do from there?
Okay, we come and pick the roses from the garden, and then I have a small committee of 4 people that deliver them to the pavilion residents that have a birthday. And there has never been one that said, I don't like roses. They are delighted, and so many of the residents are old enough so that they don't have a lot of flowers or plants in their rooms. So it's very special, and we feel very gratified in doing it.
Oh, I'll bet you do. When I first heard about the program, which was just when I took this position on, I was so impressed, and I just think it is such a great activity that you all volunteer and take part of.
We gain more from it than they do.
Oh, I'll bet. I hear that all the
doubt.
time.
And the people come by and they say, my grandmother or my mother had roses, and they'd stop and they'll smell the roses. The roses right up front are good fragrance, but when they do the hybridizing now, you lose the fragrance, but you get some beautiful colors.
Yeah. Well, they are all beautiful. You guys have done such a great job, and they smell wonderful as well. So
we are so thankful when we have a lot of birthdays that we have roses, because you can't count exactly when they're going to flush and bloom.
Right.
It's working out pretty good, don't you think, Brad?
Yeah, so it does. It takes a lot of work, and Caroline, I understand also that we are possibly looking for a couple more volunteers to help out with the growing aspect of the Rose Garden.
We'd love to find someone who has grown roses, and be wonderful they grew up in Florida, because in Florida, like Brad said, they don't ever get a rest.
Okay.
Go all the time. Somebody has some experience and would like to get into it would be wonderful.
Right. What type of time commitment does it require?
Basically, whatever it's needed. It depends upon the season. If it's a dry season, we have to be sure and come down here basically water pot every day. Okay. Otherwise, you can spend, put it on a weekly basis, 3 hours or so a week. I mean, and if you have the interest, and of course, you check to be sure for black spot or things like that, or whatever needs to be got deadheading. But basically, being 3 or 4 hours, and would do it. And weeding. And
it's on your own schedule.
So
we
right.
don't say you have to be here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. It's your schedule.
Right. So on a rainy day,
along-
they don't have to be out here on
No.
with an umbrella.
I mean, it's what you want to do and your time that you want to put in on it.
Perfect. Well, I thank you all so much for being here and for doing what you do for the residents here at Shell Point, and you've done a beautiful job.
Thank you for being with us. And as they say, if anybody can come help us out, please stop by and we'll be happy to talk with you about that.
Great. Thanks, Brad. If any of you do have an interest in participating as a volunteer at the Rose Garden, you can call my office, 454-2290. Thank you.
That'd be great. Thank you.
That's great.